Round. Go. Action. Round. Two. Go. Action. Play. Up. Three. Go. 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 Down. Go. Go. Hey. Action. Hey. Action. Break. Four. Three. Go. Three. Down. Five. Go. 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 Down. Go. Go. Up. Go. Round. Round. Up. Go. Action. Ready.
March 14. This is what it is, in order. An educational and methodological film on the characteristics of commodities in relation to value when put into circulation. Hence, serial film structure and detachment from a specific place. Detached but not abstract. What does it mean to have a black dancer as one of the five? Does this association presuppose a stimulus coming from the chapter on statues? One could also make the connection with early 20th century ballets. Fête Negra or La Création du Monde? Is that association wanted? March 15. Yesterday tried integrating the episode with the dancing tables, but I found nothing new that can be derived and represented from the passage on fetishism. As soon as you try to fix it literally, it disappears. To extend the line, dead labour, valorisation, capital as an animated body at work. How to manage this departure from the factual and anecdotal. April 4th, evening. It's settled. We're going to film commodities, on Marx's scenario about commodities, the only logical solution. The maximum abstractness of an expanding idea appears particularly bold when presented as an offshoot from extreme concreteness, the banality of the stuff of everyday life. Take a trivial progressive chain of development of some action, for instance, a commodity being purchased, then consumed, set forth as an outline which makes us aware of the departure from it. Generalizations from given cases to ideas will be completely primitive, especially if we move in a line from food shortages to the theme of overproduction. May 24th. Michael, we will be in Peru, New York, Paris. Mountains of material, etc. All the associations to these objects that frightened you are not really themes, but fragments for forming thoughts. Emotional priming. First pleasure, then thesis. Here, Acre is correct, but barbarically ascribes to them the characteristic of brand personality, sincerity, excitement, competence, sophistication, ruggedness. I objected that we will not, after all, be seeking a recreation, as in a biography of this, or whatever. It is their unconscious that is really the issue, how they transcend sensuousness, how they are social. May 15th. Yesterday's writing for the general object very good. The first preliminary structural draft involves taking a banal development of a perfectly unrelated event, say a day in a man's life, or something perhaps even more banal, and the elements, the material objects of his comings and goings, serve as points of departure for the forming of associations through which the play of concepts becomes possible. The picture will reveal a split. It's still very complicated to think in extra-thematic imagery, however, to show the method of dialectics. This will require 4 or 5 non-figurative chapters. June 17th, from New York, a war veteran. Legless man on a cart commits suicide. He throws himself down a set of stairs. A few lines in the margin, next to a cartoon strip where one of the characters says, "Don't anthropomorphize computers. They hate that." As told by Max, as recounted by some newspaper. Diffuse animism, Mother Nature, the nanny state, Big Brother, or obese people who say they must finish their meat because they don't want the steak to feel like it died for nothing.
Vient de lancer pour les Américaines un shampoing au whisky. Ce formidable bilan d'équité, le cheveu, grâce au scotch, est revitalisé. Il est 17h20, Maurice Pirard vous donne les dernières nouvelles.
Il y a eu aujourd'hui encore des manifestations musulmanes en Algérie, dans la région de Tchétchénie. Le bilan de ces 3 journées d'effervescence dans le Constantinois est de 20 morts et 60 blessés. À Paris, suite des procès devant le haut commandement militaire, le commandant Robin, qui a participé au putsch d'Alger le 22 avril, a été condamné à 6 ans de détention criminelle. Autre préoccupation politique. L'agitation paysanne dure depuis 15 jours. Ce matin, les paysans ont forcé les barrages de gendarmerie à l'entrée de Poitiers et sont parvenus jusqu'à la préfecture. Ils étaient 2000 avec 2 à 300 tracteurs. C'est demain que doit se dérouler le procès de Gouvernec et Léon, les 2 leaders paysans de la manifestation de Morlaix, actuellement incarcérés à la prison de Brest. Hier, à Saint-Nazaire, 4000 manifestants, ouvriers et paysans ont défilé en criant « Libérez les Bretons ».
June 24th. In the past, an American worker's wife would always have something warm for her husband. Now charity will never let him go completely hungry. This negative role has the same root which slows the pace of social development. In the plot, this could take the form of hot slop, in a domestic situation, and then soup kitchen. They are both held together by the misattribution of human characteristics to institutions, the same patriotic theme. What is the meaning of hot slop on a world scale? In relation to an international division of labour. One great danger, not to succumb to lack of meaning through excessive oversimplification. 30th 1 a.m. Throughout the entire film, the metaphorical wife cooks soup for her returning husband. NB could be two themes intercut for association: the soup-cooking wife and the home-returning husband. Completely idiotic, but all right in the first stages of a working hypothesis. In the third part, association moves from the pepper with which she seasons food, pepper, cayenne, Devil's Island, Dreyfus, French chauvinism, war, ship sunk in the port, NB, good in its non-banality. Transition, pepper, Dreyfus. It would be good to cover the sunken British ships with the lid of a saucepan. July 1st. The form of the film as a collection of short film essays is fully appropriate for replacement of a whole work. After 3 or 4 dark sections, the audience would be tired and you would have to offer a comic or romantic relief to intensify perception of the final sections. July 2nd, 3rd, night. In the final section, the husband arrives, socially embittered. Soup is ready, a thin soup. The hot, watery liquid compromisingly washes away the pathos. Prospects of bloody skirmishes, and most horrifying of all, social indifference equal to social betrayal. Blood. No, a surprise. For lyricism, she gives him a cheap cigarette. Sentimentality that is much more awful in the context of that final resignation. July 11th. There must be one chapter on the materialist interpretation of the soul. The chapter on reflexes. Motor ones. Erotic. Purely mechanical. A complex series of conditioned reflexes with a demonstration of the mechanisms of associative thinking.